Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to talk about the Sig Sauer Mosquito, a 22 long rifle pistol that I have a love-hate relationship with. I bought the Sig Sauer Mosquito a couple years back used, and it's a gun that I always loved. Great look, classic Sig styling, designed off the Sig P226, just 10% smaller. And like I said, always loved it, always wanted one. I looked at the GSG Fireflies, which, spoiler alert, GSG is who produced this and then slapped Sig Sauer on the side of it. So you can still get GSGs today, and they come in a threaded barrel version, and they come in a basic one. They're like $200, maybe $250. They're really cheap. Now, the Mosquitoes, I did a little looking around online, and they're used because they don't produce them anymore. They were produced from 1985 until 2013. So used ones you can get for $300 to $550, I saw on some of them. And they have different variants, ones with threaded barrels, ones without, different color schemes, that kind of stuff. So the idea behind this gun is great training pistol. Like I said, it's basically a P226 9mm clone, just 10% smaller, and in 22 long rifle. So you get all the same functionality, all the same controls, everything about it is the same, just slightly smaller with cheaper ammo. So it is a brilliant training pistol. Unfortunately, for me at least, and I'm sure some other people have this from some of my online looking, but it isn't a terribly reliable pistol. Now, 22 long rifle is a somewhat inconsistent ammunition if you get the cheaper stuff. Being something you want to train with, cool, tap rack bang is great, it's a good training pistol, but you want it to function. And when you get this gun, in the box comes 2 springs. I had to change mine, I believe, to the heavier spring to let it function better. And after a bunch of testing and trial and error, I discovered that you pretty much have to run CCI Mini-Mag through it to make it run fairly consistent. So it's a very well thought pistol, very good intentions. It's just hasn't been great in that case. Once I figured out CCI Mini-Mag, it's been way better, but it's just kind of a dumpster fire, at least mine is, and I'm seeing enough online that is similar. So if you get the opportunity to pick one up, I'm not opposed to it, but just be aware that you're going to have to probably work it through a little bit and check the recoil spring, check some other stuff on it, make sure that it runs fine, or run through trial and error and discover, like I said, mine, CCI Mini-Mag is what it runs. And I have talked to a SIG rep recently we kind of talked about a little bit, and he said the same thing, like you pretty much have to run high quality 22 long rifle through it. And it's not terribly expensive, even before all the ammo shortages and all the stuff we've seen the last couple of years. CCI Mini-Mag was like $9 for a box of 50. So I would cruise over to Fleet Farm or something local, and I'd get 500 rounds of it for $45-50 out the door, and I was happy with that because I like stockpiling that stuff, and it was good to have. So we'll go over the features of the gun and just kind of give you a quick overview. So it has a really nice beaver tail back here. I like the undercut. Like I said, it's essentially a P226, just 10% smaller, so it fits my hands very well. And the controls are very nice. Slide lock there, decocker here, and magazine release. It does take 10-round magazines. And it's a solid feeling pistol. Just awesome in the hands. So nice. A P226 is definitely on my list of guns to get at some point. So this gun has a double single action trigger on it, and the double action is long. It is 12.4 pounds. The single action is 4.4 pounds. So this one does have a magazine disconnector in there, so you have to have a magazine in it in order to squeeze the trigger. So I will do a little bit of shoot and dry fire with it, which is, older 22 long rifles specifically, you probably shouldn't do that because you can damage the firing pin, but I'll do just a couple here. So verify just so you know, magazine's clear, chamber's clear, but that magazine has to stay in to run it. So here's a little operation with the decocker. Boom, easy. So, like I said, this trigger is 12.4 pounds, and it's all of it. It's long. Really long. Wall, break. Now the single action on it is only 4.4 pounds, so that's really nice. You can see it's got some squish to it. There's your build-up, there's your wall, there's your break. So squish, build up, break, and then you reset. Just kind of normal there. So, yeah, great slide on it, or great grip on it. decent texture on it. Does have a rail for lights, lasers, that kind of thing. A little bit of texture in the front of the trigger guard here, and just, it feels so good in the hands. Like, it's so nice. The slide on it does have serrations in the rear here, and then it does have a safety disconnect, so when you don't see anything there, you can pull the trigger and nothing's going to happen. It has to be up to shoot. Cool little feature, really nice. Sights on it are just the 3 little yellow dots, and there's kind of your other side, just normal. So, a really solid little gun. I wish it performed better for me. Like I said, now after having trial and errored it and figured out that CCI Mini Mag with this heavier, I believe it's the heavy recoil spring in it, is the ticket. So, like I said, you get an opportunity to pick one up, or even a GSG. I'm not totally opposed to it personally. That's all my opinion. You do what you want. But they have come out with their Sig P226, and I got the opportunity to shoot that last weekend, and I liked it a bunch. It has a lot of really cool features. It is definitely something I will pick up here sooner than later, and they're between $400 and $500, what I've seen on that. So you can go buy a used one of these for $300 to $500, or you can, if you're looking for a training pistol, you want a 22. The Ruger Mark IVs are really nice. The P322 seems really nice. It is a new release, so I'm going to give it a little bit of time just to make sure things are, copacetic with it and things are unhappy. I should supposed to give you some breakdown on here. So if you do want to break this pistol down, magazine out, slide to the rear, and then you take this little lever here, flip it 180, and then you slide it up and over, and it is a fixed barrel. Then you have your slide, your recoil spring, and your recoil rod. On the spring itself, when you put it back on, there's a small end and a large end. The large end has to go forwards, but put the recoil spring back in there in the rod. There is this little area there that you have to get that recoil rod back into to slide it back on. And like I said, the barrel is fixed in this. So put the spring in, get the barrel in there, and slide it back. When you get here, you have to push down just a little bit to get that hammer to push down. And then just take and spin this guy back that 180, and she's back in business. So that's your quick breakdown of it. Like I said, the Sig Sauer Mosquito, really great idea, really cool idea. Like, great idea for a training pistol. I just wish mine functioned better. So if you have one of these and you've got some tricks with it, like I said, I've got it running pretty good now after trial and error. But if you've got one of these, drop something in the comments, talk about it a little bit, see what you've done, see what your tricks and secrets are for it. But solid gun, wish it ran. Like, solidly built gun. I wish mine ran a little bit better, but like I said, I've kind of mitigated that with CCI Mini Mag, but I'm really excited about that new 322, and that's something that I will for sure pick up in the coming, months or something like that if I get a good deal on it. But yeah, that is the quick, just my love-hate relationship with the Sig Sauer Mosquito. So if you have some experience with one, or you have one yourself, drop some comments down there, let me know what you think of yours, and if you have good luck with yours. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. I will continue to appreciate the viewership we've had on the channel so far. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.